Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and I've been seeing a few people, shall we say, questioning something about Nintendo Switch Sports, specifically the online mode. People are saying, is it actually online? And I've even seen some videos that are saying, oh, it's not online, it's not actually online. I'm here to say, well, yes, it is. I played the game before it was released for review purposes, and I experienced what these people are talking about. Basically, people are saying that they're finding players with very generic looking names and very generic looking titles, and they sort of feel that maybe they're not really real people, they're not behaving like real people, and that's right. I mean, I can't say for absolute certainty because I didn't code the game. I can say with all my knowledge that I believe these are bots. But those aren't the only people you find online. I saw a very clear distinction when I was playing it before the game was released. When, it first went live, I think maybe I was the first one online. Probably not, but I like to give myself something to live for. And I was basically being paired up almost immediately with a whole room full of people, even in Elimination Bowling, which is like more than 3 people. Is crazy. And everyone had perfectly spelt and perfectly cromulent first names as their usernames, and titles that were just a single word like Dominator and Toilet or something like that. I believe undeniably these were bots. The first few games that I played, I got matched up pretty much immediately, like in a matter of, like a few seconds. And I believe that these were bots, and I think this is the game basically easing you in. A number of online games do this. They ease you in by putting you with bots that are, frankly, atrocious, and then they slowly, sort of bring real people in. But as I was in the situation where basically no other bugger was online, I kept getting paired up with bots. But each time, the first time, it was near instantaneous. It's like, oh yeah, there's loads of people, real people, we promise, out there who want to play with you. And then after a few games, all of a sudden it took a lot longer. Like, it could take 30 seconds to find a game. And even then, there were people with just single, first names, perfectly spelt, no silly characters or anything like that, and single word titles like Biscuit. That was the online space for the first evening that I could play online, but then the next day, I was very pleased, and I even messaged my colleague saying, I've been matched with a real person, because somebody appeared. Not only did they have a not just a standard name like Bill or Clive, but they were called like XX Sniper 360 No Scope. And even more interestingly, their title wasn't even in English. I believe it was debutante, which is French for debutante. Moreover, when I was playing with what I presume to be bots, I was getting very sort of basic interactions with the use of the stickers. It was just like blep, 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 just putting them through every so often. If I did something, they'd kind of react. But then when you get a real person and you spam it and they start spamming it back, you can tell that that's not a CPU choice. There's no way that a computer would be clever enough to be able to type out the entire rhythm of All-Star in stickers, but it happens. And the real kicker is just seeing how the avatars move. If you're playing against a real person, they'll move imprecisely. Certainly in the opening things with things like badminton, generally their racket will be pointing down or it'll be twitching slightly. Standard human bad movements, not perfect like a machine. And you get something similar with Chambara as well, sort of people will appear and they'll be flailing their arms wildly because they're like, oh, I'm playing Nintendo Switch Sports. And that's a clear sign that they are a real human. That's not a bot. This is, it's real. Nintendo Switch Sports is real, and I find it kind of ridiculous that I feel the need to make this video, but I just wanted to kind of clear it up because as much as I have my misgivings about the game, just allowing this misinformation to be spreading is it's not good. Also, there's no way bots would make you wait this long just to get into a game. This is humans. This is humans taking their sweet time, and they don't realize I'm an important man. I do believe that there are bots filling slots, and maybe you get paired up with bots, the first couple of games, just to ease you in so that you're not immediately going up against somebody who's going to score a perfect 300 in bowling. And it just allows you to sort of okay, I understand how the online works, and just gives you a moment to just transition into it. But as for online being quote-unquote fake, I can say with almost absolute certainty that it is not. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this admittedly very short video, then why don't you watch the other Switch Sports videos we've done and give that subscribe button a cheeky little slap on the old volleyball, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.